Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time where I talk about the news and I go on the Daily Mail website. You know, the other day's coffee time. The other day's coffee time where I did Lurpak. He said like 800 views. I'm a bit worried. I think I've become a cult. I liked it when I was an unknown. It's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, 800 views. What's that all about? But anyway, remember to like and subscribe. I prefer if you didn't, but you know. Anyway, Fury. We're starting with Fury. This time, Caterpillar Fury. Yes, shoppers have been left furious after a cake. You could say it's a fakey cakey taste test. Don't say that if you've had a few sherbets to drink. Yeah, it's. Do you remember? Who remembers Colin the Caterpillar? Do you remember Colin the Caterpillar? Here he is. That's real nightmare fuel, isn't it? If you're diabetic, like what I is. But yeah, Colin the Caterpillar is a familiar sight on the shelves of the supermarkets. He's Marks and Spencer's own creation, and in the past there's been copyright battles between Marks and Spencer's and other supermarkets who have produced clone Collins, a clone Colin cake. Oh God, my eyebrows got a bit wild. There you go. I'm so excited. I've got to prepare. There we go. That's that. So yeah, they did a taste test, and this taste test has elicited fury among the great unwashed. So yeah, this is where's the poll? Where's the poll results? Here we go. This is the test results, right? Right. In at last place was Asda's Letty cake, costing £7.50. In at number 7 is Tesco's Slinky. Aldi's Cuthbert is at 6. Waitrose' Cecil is at 5. Sainsbury's Wiggles. Oh, I had a bad case of the Wiggles the other day. I got some tablets for it. Morrison's Morris. I like what Morrison's done there. They've named it after themselves. M&S's Colin is put into second place. But Co-op's Charlie, it scored 72% in a blind taste test. And people are outraged, apparently. Outraged. Now, I want to see the cakes. Should we see the cakes? So, here we go. This is Marks and Spencer's Colin. That's Charlie's Co-op, which is the winner. He has a bright and sunny disposition for a cake. That is Tesco Slinky. Letty the Caterpillar. Okay. And Wiggles. And that's Morris from Morrison's. And that's Cecil from Waitrose. And Cuthbert there. Wow. Who'd have thought it? So many cakes there that I can't eat. But yeah, people are furious. This was on X. One person said the best bit of Colin the Caterpillar is the face. And now you can buy them in Sweetie section. It's not really complaining, is it? Another said Colin has an adorable chocolate face which makes him stand out, and I love it. Charlie's face does look a bit creepy. Question is, which is the cheapest? And that's the winner, isn't it? Everybody knows that. Cheapest is the winner. Hey, cheapest is the winner. Okay. Right, what else have we got? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is England's STI hotspots. Don't worry, it won't affect any of you lot out there. None of you have had sex recently. Apparently, there's been STIs of sweeping Europe with rises in gonorrhea, chlamydia, all your favourites there. But after the pandemic, everyone have just been slopping it around with gay abandon. They're not rubbered up, and so yeah, there's been a 510 increase in the rate of STIs within a year. And here we go. We've got syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia. Isn't that the name of a progressive rock group? Isn't it? Syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia. I might be mistaken, but there we go. This is from the Local Government Association. And let's see. There's syphilis there in Essex. Number of cases, syphilis 6.4. It's either 7 or it's 6. How can it be 6.4? Not sure. Not sure. And that's gone up to 7. But it's gonorrhea. Gonorrhea. That's the real breakthrough there. It's 42 up to 70, 65% change. So there we go. And you can actually click on. Oh, no, good. That you can click on the map and choose the STD of your choice. Oh, look at Devon. Look at that, gonorrhea is up 285% in Devon. Whoa, they're getting it around there. And yeah, I think Devon is the Devon's definitely the best. Oh no, North Yorkshire gonorrhea is up 224. So it's super gonorrhea they've been threatening us with. But in Sandwell, chlamydia's down 9%, and so's gonorrhea down 14%. So that's where you want to go. Go to Sandwell. So there we go. Fascinating. And there is the STI rates per 100,000 people over time. Syphilis is on the rise. Look at that. Gonorrhea. Oh, look at that. That's gone right up. And I hope I'm not putting off your lunch there. Are you a member of the Drippy Dick Club? Don't leave a comment in the comment box. I don't want to know. I really know. Wash your hands when you've been touching that keyboard. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. What else have we got? Oh, yeah, can't do that one. Can't do that one. Oh dear, this is not very good this weekend. Not very good. Not very good. There's fury. I found more fury, and this is an important story. This is booze fury. Yeah, Morrison's have introduced a buzz for booze button. This is so that you can alert staff to unlock the alcohol fridges, and it's causing fury up and down the UK. I reckon in Scotland they're particularly upset. Yeah, they've been locking away spirits such as gin, whiskey, and rum to put off the thieves because there's been such a rise in shoplifting. Again, that's sweeping across Britain. There is a positive crisis, and yeah, here it is. There is the buzz for booze. Now again, I'm surprised. Alcoholics haven't complained about this because they're being victimised, aren't they? You know, because if you keep hearing the booze buzzer going off, and it's the same fella, he could say, "Look, this is hurting my feelings, hurting my feels." So there you go. One of the first booze buttons appeared at Morrison's at Five Ways in Birmingham last April, and now they're everywhere. They're sweeping. See, this one is they've got a padlock on this cooler. That's in Purley, Tesco Extra in Purley, South London. Yeah, they've got pictures of champagne, so you can steal the picture. Oh, what a world we live in! And baby formula as well. Got a buzz for baby formula. This is stuff that's got. We've wandered into the aisle, the meat aisle, which everything's got a security tag on because everyone's on the pinch. But yeah, the alcoholics are furious. Furious because they've got a buzz for booze, apparently. Well, stop nicking it. Stop nicking the booze, and then they won't have to do that. Well, then they only have to look it behind. Right, what else have we got? No, can't do that one. Oh, this is an interesting one. It's not a funny, unfortunately. This is one of those horror stories you read about. This is Shelly Ann Malabova Goulberg. That's a double-barreled name. She's a primary school headmistress, right? And she was disciplined She was disciplined for tapping her own child on the hand. Yeah, a colleague saw her use 2 fingers to tap her 3-year-old son. I think it was a 3-year-old son. Just says 3-year-old. Maybe it wasn't. Could be a daughter. Could be both. Who knows? Maybe it's twins. But yeah, they were playing with the hand sanitizer in our office. So she went like you do, and this was reported. This was witnessed and reported by a fellow teacher in charge of child safety, who accused her of hurting her. Oh, it was her son. Should read the story, Darren, and completed a cause for concern form and making it a safeguarding incident. This led to the head teacher being suspended and the police called. Although officers ruled that their actions were reasonable chastisement, Miss Malabova Goulburn was found guilty of gross misconduct and sacked. Right? And this was heard at an employment tribunal. Right? She was the head of Northwold Primary School in Hackney in East London, which is run by the Arbour Academy Trust. And the hearing was told she'd been a teacher there for many years and had joined the trust in 2005 and employed as a head teacher since 2017, 5 years before the incident that led to her sacking. Yeah, so the young child referred to as Jade took up a bottle of hand sanitizer and was squirted some of the liquid onto the floor, prompting Ed to take the bottle off him. 2 weeks earlier, the toddler got hand sanitizer in his eye, the tribunal had heard. Miss Bagwandas reported witnessing him smack her son on the hand, and that the child had been crying, and that she had pacified him. And Miss Malabova Goulburn was suspended and disciplinary investigation launched. And she was sacked in 2022 in May for gross misconduct. Right? But at the tribunal, Employment Judge Julia Jones said the school's code of conduct does not prohibit all physical contact between pupils and teachers, and pointed out that as a parent of pupils, that would be a difficult rule for the head to abide by. Upholding her claim for unfair dismissal, the judge said the trust had sufficient evidence that she was trying to prevent injury and addressing his behaviour, adding there was no evidence that she committed physical chastisement or assault. So yeah, she has won the unfair dismissal case and is in line for a payout. Yeah, she's. It looks like the Arbour Academy Trust are going to have to dig deep. They're going to have to get their checkbook out and write her a check. So she's won. But can you imagine it? Just doing that to your child? No. We've all done it. We've all done it. And yeah, that's going to be a very expensive payout, isn't it? Well done. Let's hopefully it hasn't damaged her career too much. Sweden joined NATO yesterday. Just checking. No, nuclear war didn't break out, so everything's fine. Everything's fine. Here's a story for you. How about a mysterious funeral, right? At 11 a.m. on Monday, a lavish funeral was set to take place at the London Oratory Roman Catholic Church in South Kensington. Oh yeah, indeed. And this was for Loris Zalba. He's a Latvian fellow. Here he is. And apparently he's said to have been missing since New Year's Eve and died in an accident on some ice in Russia. Okay. And Father Rupert McHardy was called in. Here he is, with a chum in tow there. The 49-year-old cleric was called in to take the funeral, and he'd prepared all these notes and everything. And it was at this place here. Look at this, all fancy, nice. And he got there, and he thought everything was going fine, and then he felt like it was a little bit off. And then some of the people came forward who was helping him with the funeral and said, "There's no body in the coffin." And so it turns out it was a fake funeral. And the mourners there were actors, and then they started complaining. that they hadn't been paid, and it was arranged by a mysterious fellow called Clyde, who claimed to be Loris Zalba's brother. But so on one side of the church, you had these professional mourners who were actors. On the other side, there was all these shifty fellas, they reckon, wearing dark glasses and puffer jackets. And yeah, Father Rupert said the funeral request came in 3 or 4 weeks ago. And he asked, is there a connection to the church? And yes, they said, yeah, his brother went there. And this fellow called Clive chose the readings. And on the day of the funeral, it all started to unravel. The undertakers were going to collect the body. And at the last minute, they were told, there is no body. We have ashes. And Father Rupert said there were 2 groups of people. First group were actors, and the second were shifty in puffer jackets and balaclavas. One of them was claimed to be Cloud Zauber, the brother. He said they all had hoods and dark glasses. They were sinister looking. I tried to speak to this Clyde, but he wouldn't speak to me. It became clear he wasn't who he claimed to be. And it was some sort of fake funeral. They pretended there was a body and they had mourners. One of the actors knew the name of the person who contacted them to come. And he was quite an unpleasant character. And I'm pretty sure he's the one who was claiming to be Clyde Zauber. When I realised it wasn't a real funeral, I said, we can't do this. And we told him to leave, and they all left relatively happily. Of course, if there had been a real family, they would be weeping and crying. He said, we were paid, the funeral directors were paid, and we haven't lost any money. But it's all very, very weird. And I was quite shaken afterwards. I felt very disturbed by it. And normally you take people at their word. No expense was spared. There were top hats, horse-drawn hearse, 2 expensive vintage cars, and a full choir. I was worried there was going to be some sort of violence. But I had to stop it because it was all fake. It was all very spooky. And yeah, here are the authorities, I guess the Russian authorities, looking for the fellow's body. They said he'd fallen through ice and has gone missing. So there you go. What a mysterious story of a fake funeral, isn't it? Yeah. What else have we got? Can't do that one. Have you got a daft hobby? I have. I collect guitars. It's really daft, among other things. Among Toblerone sleeves. Dominoes. Anyway, Gary Key from Cottingham in East Yorkshire, he's got a hobby. You know what he does? Yeah, he's collected 24,000 crisp packets. Yeah, I think he's got some marbles there too. He's obviously, he's obviously in need of a hobby. Oh no, those aren't marbles. He's actually rolled the wrappers into tiny little balls to help with storage. I thought they were marbles. Again, I should have put my glasses on. He calls them Gary's old balls. Well, Gary, you can keep them. Nobody wants to play with your old balls. And yeah, he's got quite a collection. 24,000 empty crisp packets. That's a lot of crisp packets. Mind you, a cheap hobby. You can just go rummaging through the undergrowth, can't he? He took up the hobby to cope after his partner Joanne was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer. Isn't that a shame, right? But since he started collecting crisp packets, he's appeared in multiple newspapers and even been mentioned of I Got News for You. And after 12 years, he said he's finally ready to let go of his daft hobby. He said, I started collecting because I was fed up knowing that a period of 5 to 6 months my partner was going to die. I wanted to do something to occupy me. Why is it crisp packets? God only knows. Joanne called me a nutter, but it could have been worse. But yeah, after his partner died, he continued to collect the crisp packets, and by 2016 he had 8,000. Now, some he bought himself, others he found left on the streets. Of course. He was collecting at the rate of 5 bags a day. And his collection is split into 2 boxes, one containing 10,000, another containing 14,000. I hope you're keeping up with the detail here. And he's hoping to sell off the collection at Gary's Old Balls, which is calling it that, to raise awareness of prostate cancer, with the proceeds to go towards Macmillan Cancer Support. However, he was unable to find a buyer. I can't think why. The collection of crisp packets could be a world record, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. The current official world record was set in June 2004 by Bernd Sikora, who has 1,482 from 43 different countries. Anyone could beat that record. But Mr. Key may have a collection that is a whopping 22,518 packets larger. He just needs to get it certified. He added, I don't want a Blue Peter badge or anything like that. I've carried on and I've carried on. And with his daughter about to leave school, he's decided it's time to pack in his hobby. He said, I want to call it a day. But if I see one on the street, I'll still pick it up. It's just a habit now. Someone suggested he should turn it into a water feature. So there you go. If you've got any unusual hobbies, leave a comment in the comment box below. You won't though. You won't. You won't dare to. You're too chicken. So there you go. So that's that one. Fart jokes. I'm lowering the tone, everyone. Who likes a fart joke? I love. Just on YouTube, you watch the Pooter guy. He's good. I like him. But yeah, apparently everyone's always loved a fart joke. And in this book, owned by Henry the Eighth, I'm Henry the Eighth. I am. It's this 800-year-old book, right? Includes some fart jokes for you. Here we go. This is a fictional bonacon, which is expelling acidic feces from its anus as a defence against two knights. There you go. Look at that. Fascinating. A look at medieval. Yeah. And this is from the Aberdeen Bestiary. This book, and it's got a nice little. Is that a dove or a pigeon? I can't tell. And yeah, here is a basilisk being attacked by a weasel. Who remembers the basilisk? There you go. It's not really a fart joke, though, was it? It was just an artist's impression. But yeah, it's that book features the finest pigment and is adorned with gold leaf. Yeah, and as the bonacon is being stabbed with a spear, it lets forth this acidic gas as a defence. But yeah, this was discovered by Ian Islop from Have I Got News For You, and also Private Eye Editor. We just mentioned him. He's researching Britain's earliest jokes for a podcast he's doing, and he got in touch with Professor Jane Geddes of University of Aberdeen School of Divinity, History, Philosophy and Art History, and she's an expert on the Aberdeen Bestiary. The image in the Aberdeen Bestiary is particularly explicit, Professor Geddes told the Mail Online. All other animals in the book really have some moral attached to them, so you have to be like thrifty or hard working, but the bonacon has no moral attached to him whatsoever. He just shit, and that's what he does. It's automatically funny to anyone from about the age of 4 onwards. I think even earlier than that. But yeah, poo joke. There we go. And that is there's the full page there for you to enjoy the bonacon. Well, what do you know? You got a little bit of edumacation there, didn't you? How about real nightmare fuel for you? How about this? Louis Venus, I think that's how I pronounce it. It's a W, but it could be pronounced a V, with because he's an engineer and entrepreneur. Here he is on X. Here he is, and he's taken your bog standard drone and turned it into a killer drone. Yeah, it uses AI facial recognition, which allows it to recognise individuals and race towards them at full speed. So yeah, Mr. Venus said he built the drone as a game. But also, it's there to raise awareness just how easy tiny little drones could be, modified for possible terrorist attack. Don't have nightmares. In a video posted to X, he and his engineer colleague demonstrated how commercial drones can be reprogrammed to chase down targets. He writes, I thought it'd be fun to build a drone that chases you around as a game. However, the terrifying video quickly shows how dangerous technology could be. And it uses AI object detection. And once it sees a face, the drone is able to try and keep in the centre of the view and fly direct towards, chasing down its target. In one mode, the drone will charge directly towards anything it recognises as a face. Scary. And he describes it as an assassination drone. And he was talking about using anti-drone systems for big events. This is a new thing, isn't it? And now he's thought of it, it will surely come to pass. I mean, we're seeing the Ukraine army using drones against the Russians with great success, taking down all manner of artillery and ships and whatnot. And the drone flies at you at high speed, as illustrated in this picture. So yeah, don't have nightmares. Don't have yeah. Yeah, terrifying stuff. Have we got anything else there? Nope. Nope. And we've got a nomination for Dad of the Year. This is Mr. Guo from Henan in China. I guess he was captured on, is this CCTV? This is in Henan in China. Yeah, he's in a small shop, and he placed his baby down whilst he was looking at something. But then his dad reflexes kicked in, like the baby was about to roll off the bed. But look at that! Way! They should get him playing for the Chinese football team, shouldn't they? There you go. So, what reflexes? I've done a similar thing. I've got 2 animal stories. Mind you, I've got loads of stories in the funny folder. What else have we got? I think we'll. God, I've got another animal story. This is crazy. Let's go to. What shall we do? Which one shall we do first? There's so many of them. There's so many. Shall we do this one? Let's do this one. This is at the Best One supermarket in Tonteg in South Wales. This happened on 8 AM on Monday. And I'm just waiting for the clip to come around. There is an advert, you see. And it's about eating avocados. If you eat avocados, it's good for you. But yeah, this grandmother called Anne got into a bit of a bother when she was waiting outside the shop. Whoa, 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 Anne. No, she doesn't let go of her trolley. Look at that. Look at that dedication there. Spider-Anne does whatever a Spider-Anne can. And then she goes down again. Whoa there. Luckily, the owner, Amir, what's his name, Amir? I think it's Amir Khan, rescues the 71-year-old grandmother. But, yeah, Marvel, you've got your latest superhero there. Oh, no, sorry, it's Amir Akram. I got his name wrong. Ever so sorry. But that was in South Wales. She said, it can only happen to me, as the clip went viral. She says, I'm telling everyone it's the shop where the prices don't go up, but the staff do. So all I could think about at the time was, I hope I don't fall off flat on my face. I was just stood there, my coat got caught, and up I went. I thought, flipping heck, People say it can only happen to anyone. I said, no, it can only happen to me. It's just lucky I've got a good sense of humour. And here is Anne, not upside down. Shut up. Bloody noisy adverts. Here she is. Not upside down. There you go. Spider Anne. There we go. Not all heroes. Not heroes. Wear capes. Some of them have shopping trolleys. There you go. There you go. It was a good one, that one, wasn't it? I like that one. I like that one. Okay, let's do some outstanding animal stories. Let's go. Firstly, let's lower the tone. This is the story of Michael Farchi of Agoura Hills in California, and he was staying at the Venetian. That's a Las Vegas hotel, and he woke up with excruciating pain. He said, this happened to him on boxing. He said, I felt like someone stabbing me in my private area, like a sharp glass or knife. He said, but he found the source of the pain when he got up to have a look. He said, I went to the restroom and saw a scorpion hanging on my underwear. And this is, I don't know if this is this is the alleged scorpion that may or may not have stung his private parts. He got a picture. Remember, pictures, or it didn't happen yet. He reckons he was stung on the testicles by a scorpion. And this led him and his family to check out earlier than planned. The hotel made no charge for his room, but not before he took pictures of the scorpion. And it saved him $400. And there it is. He obviously discarded his underpants, in this case some boxers, and there was the tiny scorpion. Blimey. I know they talk about like checking your shoes for spiders and scorpions, but not your underpants. That's a new one. That's a new one. You could say it's nuts. Okay, I'm doing my best. There's no script. I'm just doing it all off the top of my head. Meanwhile, how about some incredible nature? This is a picture captured by birdwatcher Claire Jacobs. This was at the Newtown Harbour at the Isle of Wight. And it is grey seal versus eagle. Okay. And again, it's hard to see what's going on here. But the grey seal is spitting a jet of water at the eagle to scare him off. Basically, he's protecting the fish in his harbour. That's his territory, and the seal's saying, "Stay away." And obviously, the eagle's going in to catch something, and he's saying, "Sod off! They're my fish." And here he is again. See, he's not too happy. He's giving him some. He's saying, "Go on, sling your hook, Mr. Eagle." And that's a good close up. He's looking at it. That was a white-tailed eagle. There you go. It can spit a jet of water. It's the first time that's been observed. I thought you'd find that interesting. Maybe you didn't find it interesting. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I've got loads of animal stories. I've got loads. Meanwhile, we'll go to Abby Jardine from Brooklyn, and she's got 2.2 million followers on TikTok. This is where I'm going wrong. This is where I'm going wrong completely, because she has raised a pigeon. Yeah, she rescued a pigeon, and she's trained it. It's got the imaginative name of Pidge. She rescued him from a pile of garbage in May 2023, and they've formed a very close bond. Look, God, he's jet black. What an amazing pigeon there. And he goes everywhere with her. He goes to parties. Yeah. Sometimes he goes on the plane. He's thinking, well, saving me wings. This is saving me wings. And he travels by purse. He's a purse pigeon. There you go. So, it takes all sorts, doesn't it? And he's very affectionate. Ah, Pidge the pigeon. Ah. And he even poops in the toilet. There you go. Or actually, they say she's a she. It's hard to tell, isn't it? I like that one. There's loads of pigeons. Pigeon pictures here. Loads of pigeon pictures. On the subway, perhaps. There you go. On the subway. In the purse. So there you go. That's good, isn't it? Meanwhile, we're going to Michigan. This is body cam footage released. This is, have they got the footage? Yeah, they have. Here we go. This is the full video. So this 23 seconds. Let's hope it's not an advert. It could be. But yeah, this is a rescue aided by a police dog. Come on. You can do it. Here we go. Whoops. And it's body cam footage of a police officer rescuing a lost boy. It's a 3-year-old child who was just lost in the wilderness in a diaper. The police dog helped find him. There you go. Kuno, the police dog, and his handler, Deputy Eric Calhoun, tracked the boy's scent, and here they are, and helped find the lost boy. This was they responded to a 911 call at 4 p.m. on Monday evening. And they responded to the scene 30 minutes after the child was last seen. They found a footprint near the home, and Kuno was able to pick up the boy's trail. And he was found 50 yards away from I think it's near a river. Yeah. So there you go. And here is Canine Kuno enjoying the adulation. There you go. What, one more? I've got one more for you. And this is, you've got to ask this one, why the long face? Why the long face? Because this poor Shetland pony, he got trapped in a cattle grid. That's why the long face. This is Teethy, the Shetland pony. And this is happened to Llangteweg in Powys, Wales. Sorry if I've mangled it. The 21-year-old Shetland pony managed to hit the cattle grid after he escaped his paddock because someone, a walker, left the gate open. And Mid and West Wales Fire and Rescue Service said crews from Crickerhow, Talgarth and Pontarddwy were called to the incident at 7:32 a.m. and it took them 4 hours to free the distressed pony. And they put a little blanket on him. Oh, put a little blanket on him. Oh, fancy leaving the gate open. And here they are, trying their best to lift him out of the cattle grid. I mean, it's all dramatic stuff, isn't it? There you go. Have they got a picture of him actually free? No, they haven't. That's a shame. A vet also attended the scene and sedated Teefy to avoid him becoming distressed. But they managed to escape him. And Beth, his owner, thanked the crews for their help. She said it was an amazing rescue. Thank you so much for saving Teefy. You're all fantastic. And she wrote on social media, please think when you open gates on private property, close them behind you. As you can see, the support received was incredible. We can't describe how grateful we are, but this is the fire brigade, and the time they spent with us might have been needed elsewhere. Exactly. Be responsible when you're in the country. Remember, follow the country code. And that's it. Shall we see if anybody's in? Shall we see? 11 people. Wow. There we go. It's almost a party. Simon's in. This is a good day. Renee says hi. Watermelon here. Watermelon is in. And Hetty's in. Says good afternoon. Afternoon to you too. And she says, I love fart jokes. Don't we all? Don't we all? And Renee says, I'm a Scorpion, so be warned. You mean a Scorpio? Surely Mrs. is a Scorpio too. So there you go. I'm a Pisces. So You don't want a scorpion in your underpants, do you? So anyway, that was the news. Thank you for watching. Weird that that coffee time got 800 views. Normally I barely get 100. That's kind of gone viral, that one. Go and watch it. It's the Lurpak one, the Lurpak thief. We need more Lurpak stories. I knew the public was interested. I've been pushing the whole, the price of Lurpak thing for ages. It's finally caught on. I feel like I've achieved something in my own little way. There you go. And Dr. Ross says, I'm enjoying my Hackett Blu-ray. He's the winner of one of the yeah. Let's not talk about that. Yes. Lost 30 quid on that. More than that with the postage. 35. Lost 35 quid on that. Thought Steve Hackett would be popular. Wiped out my profit. Anyway, that was the news. Thank you for watching. Another week is over. Hopefully you all have a good weekend. And if you don't tell us. We don't care. We're not interested. Just get drunk. That'll make you feel better. Remember, booze is the answer. And what terrible, terrible advice to give. And yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, and yeah, we'll do this all again. And just don't forget to pick up something for the weekend. I don't need to. I've got everything I need. Yeah, so that's it. Killing the channel one video at a time. You've got to drink it up. Tutty bye.